So we'll title this presentation Gaining Useful Insights from a Modern Data Analytics Stack. Now, if you look at the screen here, this is based on a data pipeline that I created last week, or a SQL pipeline. But after I started getting some data in, I started changing up the data models and getting more and more enriched data. So we'll go through this and see how I built it. So first off, we'll talk about Snowflake. It's our data warehouse. Then we'll talk about using Fivetran to connect data sources to this data warehouse. We'll talk about using Structure to transform that data. And then we'll talk about Tableau to visualize that data. First thing we need to do is set up our Snowflake database. To do that, we'll select Databases and then Create Database. We'll name it something simple. And after we create it, we might have to grant it some permissions. That's it. After we've created our database, we might have to select it and also create a destination schema for some of these tools. To do that, you just select Schema and Create. You might have to change the permissions as well. So once you do that, then you set up your connectors on Fivetran. These connectors have a simple walkthrough, and they'll get you from your APIs into your Snowflake database. Then you just add those data sources to Structure by clicking Add Sources. I showed that in a previous video. And then you can start playing around with the data. I'll just show you one example. So we wrote a SQL query here so we could get some information out of this data source. Once you've gotten all the information you want, you can visualize it using Tableau. Tableau is a data visualization tool. You can edit a workbook, select your data sources. Here your data sources will be the tables that you've created in Structure. And once you create these tables, you add them all to a dashboard. Here's an example of a dashboard. In this dashboard, I have my new Slack users, my GitHub issues closed by user, the pages visited by week, and then my sales data.